We are back here with some more Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here on MLB The Show 23, and we are bound past the All-Star break and heading into the second half of the season, and we are tied for first place. We have been playing fantastic baseball as of late, 9-1 in our last 10 games. So really the question is now here as we get close to the trade deadline, which will be at the 31st, and we take on the Miami Marlins, a team we might make a deal with for a guy like Jazz Chisholm who's on the trade block, is outfield. Because Drew Gilbert, all-star, starting center fielder, don't have to worry about that. But right field and left field, Mark Tejada, Andy Rodriguez. You do have J.J. Bleday on the bench. But Tejada, he's up here. He's only 20 years old, second-round pick. Give him a chance. So far, struggling a little bit. And these guys are struggling to make an impact on this team so far. Only a .8 WAR. And Andy Rodriguez, who was a starter out of the gate out of spring, but man, just completely struggled. Goes down to AAA, but does all right. Comes right back up here just shortly, but he's only hitting .210. He only is slugging .290. So the power is not there. We were hoping to get that power. It is just not there. But this is his shot, I would say for sure. And obviously, J.J. Bleday, he's been hitting well. .356 and almost 200 at bats. So do we just, give the spot to J.J. Bleday? But the thing is, I want to give Andy Rodriguez a real opportunity. I mean, he almost has 1,000 OPS. So that's the real issue and the thing we have to think about here. As for pitching, I think we're fine. I mean, I don't see any issues with the rotation. Everything seems good. If not, we can throw in Priester. Contreras has pitched well. Everybody in the bullpen has been absolutely solid so far. So I don't really see a problem pitching-wise. I think we're good there. We don't have to make a move. But we're going to give Tejada, Bleday, and Rodriguez, I think, this full month here till the end of the trade deadline to see if we actually have to make a move. And yeah, bullpen-wise, you can see here, we don't even have to make a move because we have guys sitting down here in AAA that can just come right back up and make an impact. So pitching, not a problem. Really, the only deal that I'm thinking of is possibly Jazz Chisholm, and that's it. But we'll see. I'm going to give those guys in the outfield a shot to keep their spot. So let's go. Let's sim through here. Probably play a game maybe against Colorado. I know that's not the greatest team, but it'll give us an opportunity to maybe put up some big offensive numbers. We'll see. So we win the first game there, 6-3, and now we got a chance here to sign our draft picks for the first time. So Lloyd Garcia, he'll sign right away. That is good to see. I have noticed that a lot of percentages on some of these guys are low. So it is going to be down to the wire to sign some of them. Lionel Kraft is going to decline that first contract offer, so he will not sign. As for game 2, we'll lose that 4-0 against St. Louis. Let's see if we can take the series here. Win game number 3 here to start off the break. Yeah, 9-0 victory. Tyler Mahle, pretty good there. Let's take a look. So Wyatt Freehan home runs, Mark Tejada home runs. Andy Rodriguez gets 2 for 4 with a run. And then Mahle goes 7 innings, 6 Ks. Cannot complain about that. Doesn't allow anything. So let's sim a couple games here against Colorado. And actually, we're down 7-2. Not what you want to see there. Andy Rodriguez 0 for 3, but has a 10-game hit streak. Let's just simulate to the end. We end up losing 7-2, so that's not good. Let's try to get Lionel Kraft back on an offer here. And he signed. So Lionel Kraft is going to sign. That is good to see. He's going to have some high potential, that's for sure. Let's go to game number 2 versus Colorado. We are going to lose 6-1, so back-to-back losses. Lose 3 out of 5 here to start this break. Not what you want to see. Hopefully Pablo Santana can cool it down here. As we're in the bottom of the 9th. Tied at 3, man. At third, O'Neill Cruz, Bo Bichette to the plate. Let's hop into this one. Let's try to end this losing streak. Maybe split this series, because I think we'll play game number 4. So, nobody down. You got the fastest guy on third. I mean, that's all we need. That's all you need right there. A fly ball, and with his speed, doesn't even really have to be that deep. Here comes the third of the plate. Cruz is going to be in there easily, and there you go. We'll end this 2-game losing streak and maybe keep up with Chicago. So nice job there from Bo Bichette. We'll take game number 3 in this series here, 4-3. All right, let's jump in. I think we're going to jump into this game. Game number 4 of this Colorado series. Hopefully we can split if we got a big series against LA. So right now, 61-37, and Bubba Chandler was supposed to make the start today, but you know what? I think we're going to go with Quinn Priester on a spot start. Chandler struggled the last few starts. Let's get Priester in there, see what he can do. 2-1 so far this season, 4.09 ERA, 1.27 whip. He's been solid out of the bullpen, but let's see what he's got starting this game. And swing and a miss there from Cardona, as this is not the greatest lineup, obviously. So this is actually a really good spot start, as this one's hit to Cruz. He's got it over to first base. Out number one here in this first inning. Yeah, not the greatest of lineups. A lot of young guys on this team. So this is a chance to really, you know, get a nice start under your belt. Get some confidence. Luis Arraez, probably the best hitter. Ryan Vilade, former Pirate. So maybe a little bit. They also have Smith and Jigba on this team. So a couple guys maybe looking for, you know, a little bit of revenge. Trying to get a good, game out of this one. Good series so far, taking 2 out of 3. As here comes Luis Arraez to the plate, maybe the best hitter on this team, but he's going to ground into a 5-4-3 double play. And nothing in the first there for Colorado. So we'll see what this offense can do here against Gabriel Hughes, and he has struggled. 1-9 with a 6.49 ERA, whip at a 1.84. I don't even know how you're still making starts with that. So here comes Tamar Johnson to lead us off. Obviously having a fantastic season, starter in the All-Star game, putting up some MVP numbers. And Johnson rips it. It's going to be fair ball. Probably hold him there at first base, and that will be there. But a leadoff single to start off this game, and man, we should be able to just take care of this pitcher, no doubt about it. We'll see. Hopefully with this offense, we can. So leadoff single. Here comes O'Neal Cruz to the plate. 0-2 pitch to Cruz. Hits this one hard, deep into center field, and then it's going to get down. That is over the head of Smith and Jigba. That's going to allow Johnson to score. Cruz on his way to third base, and he's going to be thrown out at third. So even with his speed, great relay, but a run will score. 1-0 lead to start off this game. Let's go to the second. Brendan Rodgers, that's going to be down the line. That's going to be a base hit. Rodriguez will keep him there in a single. Another guy we actually thought about signing in the offseason was Brendan Rodgers, but obviously re-signs with Colorado. But ended up going with Bo Bichette, which has really worked out. He has really been fantastic. As here comes former first-round pick Zach Veen. Ground ball to Bichette, and he's going to turn it. 3-6-3 double play. Getting those nice ground balls so far is Priester. We'll take it. Let's go to the bottom half of the second. So here's Andy Rodriguez. Just a few games back since being brought back up. Right now at a 207 average. It's really just all about those extra base hits. You know, if you have a low average, but your slugging's high, you're, hitting the ball out of the ballpark, I have no problem with that. And you play solid defense. It's just if you're hitting 207 on base under 300 and you're striking out like that all the time, that's not what you want to see. So he goes down for strike 3, so that'll bring Henry Davis to the plate. With 2 away here in this second inning. Pitch to Davis, and he's going to foul away that fastball. He's been solid this year. 262 average, 12 home runs so far. Probably going to get up to 20. Coming back after obviously missing the final 2 months of the season last year. And Davis gets a hold of this one. Change up right in the wheelhouse. He's going to rip this one. That'll get down for extra bases. Probably going to score a run here. And to the plate, no throw at all. So there you go, Davis with an RBI double here in this second inning. 2-0 lead. Tamar Johnson now going to come to the plate. Hit that single earlier. And he's going to crank a 2-run shot here. Tamar Johnson. This one absolutely crushed. I think that actually got out of the ballpark. Johnson with the 2-run shot. 423 feet. Number 22nd on the year, and that's a 4-0 lead. Man, he has been so good. He really has. Had a career high last year. Wins Rookie of the Year. Career high last year in RBI. Hits over 300 for the full season. And, man, he's just backing up this season. That's why you give him that deal early on to, have some confidence in him, because he is just unbelievable. Got to be at least, I would say, a top 10 player in this league. The home run was just missed there by Romo. Now 0-2 as Priester now working with the 4-0 lead. As this one's ripped, and that's going to get down maybe for extra bases. The throw from Bleday, not going to be in time and offline as well. So, leadoff double here in this third inning. And obviously, you got a 4-0 lead, but hey, you can't just sit back and, think you got it all day against not the greatest of the lineup. But that's a good pitch there, strike 3. Now you got Cardona, and he's going to look at strike 3 as well. He's not too happy, but, that pitch is in the zone. I'm not sure what you're looking at. Here comes Ryan Vilade. Former Pirate, and that's going to get down for a hit. Probably going to score a run, up with the throw. And you know what? Not the greatest decision. Probably should have just went to second base because now you have Vilade in scoring position for a fantastic hitter to possibly get another run. But that's not going to happen. Ground ball to Cruz. Up with it, over to first. There you go, out number 3. So Colorado at least gets 1 on the board here. Gets us to a 3-run lead. But the way our offense has been really just killing the ball, we'll see. I think we're going to add more runs, I would think, especially against a pitcher like this. As here comes Endy Rodriguez. He is 11 for 35 in his last 10, so hitting a lot better. Just want to see the extra base hits, and maybe here you go. This one's ripped in the left center, and that's going to get down over the wall. It's going to be an automatic double for Endy. That is what I want to see. As Henry Davis is like, I got you too. This one's ripped to the gap. That's going to be another double for Davis. As Rodriguez on his way to the plate, he scores, gets that run back. 5-1, as I was saying. This offense just probably going to keep adding some runs. So they go to the bullpen. I don't know why that guy was starting to begin with. That type of ERA and whip, what are you doing? It's now Tamar Johnson. It doesn't matter who you put in there. Johnson rips this one. That's to the wall. That's going to be another double, another run scored. So what is that, 3 straight doubles? Get 2 runs back, 6-1 lead. Man, this offense, it is something else. As Cruz, that's going to get down for it. We're going to send Johnson. Here comes the throw, and he's in there, safe, 7-1 lead. We are just killing the ball here in this 4th inning, as that's probably going to finally put an end to it, as it's a 4-6-3 double play off the end of the bat at Bichette, but still, 3 runs, 7-1 lead. Let's go to the 5th. Here comes Drew Gilbert, swings through that slider. All-star. You can see 4.1 WAR, just having a great season. Really, that Brian Reynolds trade with him. I know we got rid of Hunter Brown. As Gilbert, that's going to get down for extra bases, but Drew Gilbert has been absolutely fantastic, as we'll hold him up there at third base with nobody down. No reason to risk that. 24th double of the season. He is a doubles machine. As Castro rips this one to left field, we're going to send the runner. Here comes the throw at the plate. Freehand's going to be in there. Throw offline. 8-1 lead now in the 5th inning. So, unless something crazy happens, I'm thinking we're going to split this series here against Colorado. Probably should have been a sweep. As Bleday up the middle, that's probably going to score another run. So there you go. 9-1 lead. J.J. Bleday getting the start today over Tejada. And he comes through with an RBI base hit. So that's what I'm thinking, it's so tough. You got Jazz Chisholm just sitting there on the block. Do you make the trade? I know everybody's been saying, hey, just do it. Why not? They're just prospects. Don't really know how long this is going to go. So give it a shot. Go after Jazz. But, with the talent that Tejada and Rodriguez have, you throw in Bleday. As here comes the throw to the plate. Not going to be in time as they'll add a run here. I don't know. I really don't know. I just kind of want to give these guys a shot. I really do, because I think they're just, they're just young players. I think they're going to get it here at the end of the season. They have limited at bats. I just want to see what they can do here. As Priester kind of running out of gas here in the 6th inning. Just see if he can get out of this. I'm going to give him a shot here. Zach Veen's going to come to the plate, but yeah, I just want to give him a shot. If it's still the same here, we'll get to the trade deadline as Zach Veen's going to go down. If it's still kind of similar, I think maybe that's where we make the deal. But I want to give him a full 3 weeks here to really. It's almost like spring training. Let's see what you guys have. If you make a big impact, we're sticking with you. 2-1 pitch is this one hit into right. Bleday over, and he has got it there for out number 3. And I don't know why I don't really want to go full-time with J.J. Bleday. I mean, in reality, the way he is playing, I probably should. And he's a talented player, former first-round pick. So in reality, it's like you should. I don't know. I just see more talent in Tejada and Endy Rodriguez, as this is a solo shot from O'Neal Cruz. And it's so crazy the year that maybe now, Cruz has been having. And same thing with Tamar Johnson. Wyatt Freehand's been putting up some crazy numbers. A guy like Cruz, who was an MVP favorite of this, first half of the season, maybe like the first 2.5 months. But he's almost being shadowed because Wyatt Freehand, you can see he's just been bombing the ball out. And Tamar Johnson, they're having even better years. And Bo Bichette, you would think he's having a terrible year, but he's putting up some great numbers as well. The front 4 of this lineup, as that one is going to be out of here from Wyatt Freehand. I mean, that's the whole thing, too. The front 4 of this lineup, it just is so dominant that even on the back end, we still get production from plenty of guys. But even if you didn't, it wouldn't even be of a big deal if it was a little bit lower production, because these guys just put up some crazy numbers. You throw in Drew Gilbert at that 5th spot, and then Brian Hayes, he's hitting over 300 right now, top 5 in batting average. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous what this lineup can do. So that's another thing. It's like, do we really need to add another guy to this lineup? I don't know. We got plenty of talent. I'm just maybe right now fine sticking with it unless Endy Rodriguez just continues to struggle. Because I think Tejada's the guy I'm willing to keep on. I don't think I want to leave. I think I would rather leave him in right. But if Rodriguez really struggles here in the next few weeks before the deadline, then maybe we'll, think about possibly moving him back down and then making the move. But we'll see. Strike 3 there as Contreras has maybe found his spot. He's been looking really good in the bullpen, as this one should end it. Pop up there at third base. There you go. Out number 3. We'll split this series here against the Rockies. 11-2 victory. This offense, so good. And pretty good game from Rodriguez as well. So that's what I wanted to see. It's one thing when you kind of sim some games and they kind of either do well or struggle, but you want to get into the games with them, because sometimes there's just some guys you just can't really play with. It happens all the time. But Davis, 3 for 4. Tamar Johnson, just dominant. 22nd home run of the season. You got Wyatt Freehand with 27. Priester goes 6 innings and gets the victory. So now we got a 3-game set here against the Dodgers. Pablo Sanchez is going to be out for 1 to 2 months, so that is not what you want to see. But we'll win the first game, so now we got a 3-game winning streak. 5-1 win there. Let's see. 11-10 here in the 9th, and we're going to win. We win 11-10. Take game number 2 of that one. Man, that's a high-scoring affair. Let's see what we got hit-wise. Everybody had a hit from the Dodgers. Everybody but Drew Gilbert, who pinch ran. But Wyatt Freehand, couple home runs. Tejada, another home run. So that's 2 in his last, I believe, 3 games. Lopez got beat up a little bit. Same with Contreras. But we had the offense. I mean, that inning there, you can see 7 runs, in the 5th. And then a 5-3 victory. So we ended up sweeping the Dodgers. We swept L.A. Man, look at that. Tejada, another home run. So I'm giving a shot with these guys, and Tejada is taking advantage. Glasnow, the victory goes to 9-7. Helsley is 23rd save of the season. All right. Looking good. We got a 3-game set against St. Louis, 3-game set against San Francisco, and we'll beat them 8-2. So that is a 6-game win streak now. Bleday, Freehand, Tejada, homers again. Man. Santana with the victory. So Mark Tejada is just going crazy here. And we are actually now a half game back, even though we've won 6 in a row. The Cubs team is insane. But Rodriguez is upped his average to 231, and now he's got 15 home runs, Mark Tejada. He's on fire. So we laid down a little bit of a challenge to both of these guys, and they're starting to step up. Now, Rodriguez still stuck at 2 home runs, but the average is on the rise, so that's what you want to see. And then second game, we win 18-7. Man, Andy Rodriguez, 2 for 4, couple of ribbies. O'Neal Cruz went 3 for 4 with 7 RBI. Unbelievable. Freehan, 4 runs himself. Yeah, Cruz homered twice. Chandler goes 10 and 6, goes 7 innings, strikes out 7. Man, we would lose game number 3 to end the winning streak there at, 7. But then we come right back at it. 7-0 victory here against San Francisco. Cruz and Henry Davis homer. Rodriguez goes 2 for 4. Tejada 1 for 4. Lopez complete game shutout with 11 Ks. Goes 13 and 3. And game number 2, we're going to win 4-3. Johnson homers and Tejada homers again. Rodriguez 1 for 4, so his average now up to 244. I don't know. I don't think we're going to make a trade. Mark Tejada is absolutely on fire. So let's try to sign some draft guys here. O'Rourke will sign, so he signs. Another high potential guy. We'll see what they are here after the signing process. Let's try Joe Katimer. And he has declined. So a couple of these guys are going to go down to the wire. And obviously Oscar Valera, I don't know if we're going to sign him. I don't know. Very low interest. We'll see. We lose the third game against San Francisco, and now we got a 4-game set here against Milwaukee. So we'll lose the first game there, 5-3. Second game, we win 7-5 as Luis Ortiz is going to be close to being back. But you know what? I think I'm going to keep him on the 60-day DL. You know, he's had his okay season, but there's other guys I want to see, especially in September. So I'd rather just get rid of that roster spot if that sounds, right. As Katimer does sign. All right, so he signs another high potential guy, which pretty much we took. We're up 13-0 in the 7th, so it looks like we're going to take game number 2. Man, it's 18-6. Another 18-run game from this offense. Tejada, what do you do again? Another homer, 4 ribbies. Man. Wyatt Freeman's the one who got struggling in that game. Everybody else just killing it. 19 hits, 18 runs. What a game. Lopez, 8 innings, 8 hits, just 1 earned, gets the victory. And game number 4, we're going to lose 12-4. So, and just come back. So we split the series with Milwaukee. And now we are at the trade deadline. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of these deals. Anything crazy? Javi Baez. George Springer is going to the Rays. So that is an interesting in-division trade. Interesting. I'm just seeing if Jazz Chisholm was traded. He is not. So he's still on the block. And now we actually have a 1-game lead over Chicago. So we're kind of going back and forth here. But if you take a look around the league, we have the best record in baseball. We are the best team right now in the majors. And even if we're right there at the wild card, with the Cubs losing 4 in a row, we're have a big lead in the wild card. So at the trade deadline, Tejada's been on fire. He's now up to 17 home runs, 265. Now at 815 OPS. Tejada, I think, has secured it. It looks like he has finally, started to step up, and he is looking good. 221 ISO. Yeah. Tejada's fine. He's been absolutely on fire. He might hit 30. We'll see. The way he is hitting the home runs. And Rodriguez, now, he hasn't shown the power yet. Only has 7 doubles, 2 home runs. But the average has risen from, 207 up to 235. Now his on bases over 300. Slugging is still terrible. OPS is still low. But the WAR has gone up. Still doesn't have any errors, so he's fielding good. ISO is not very good at .084. But you know what? He's shown enough where I'm fine. I'm just going to keep him, and I think we're going to sit past the deadline. I know, people out there are like, hey, make the deal. But you know what? Yeah, I'm sticking with our guys. This team is so good. And now we're at the deadline for signing guys. So Marlon Gunn, can we sign him? I'm not sure if it's going to happen. He has signed. All right, so this is it. If they don't sign here, they're not being signed. I've yet to have this, but we might have it here. And he declined. So Varela will not sign, and it's going to be up to Marco Cruz. Only had a 46% interest, but he does sign. So that is the first time in this entire franchise we did not have somebody sign. So he does not sign, And I think he just becomes a free agent, I'm not quite sure. We're going to make one roster move, though. Ji-Hwan Bae, I think we're going to bring him back up. He has just performed very well this entire season at AAA. Such the utility player, can pretty much play any position. You can see a 308 average. He actually has 11 home runs this year in AAA. So we're going to bring him back up. He can play anywhere. Let's going to bring him up. And I think Rodolfo Castro, he just hasn't worked out. Let's send him back to AAA. Has an option left, so no big deal. And we'll make a move there. So let's take a look at these draft picks. I'm not going to get too in-depth with this, obviously, but Garcia, our number 1 pick. We took 2 catchers in this draft. We need a depth there. He's a 61 overall, B potential, big-time power against lefties, really good at fielding, solid arm. So I think, it just develops the contact a little bit. He's only 18 years old. His vision and discipline are absolutely awful. But he has some tools. And obviously the power that you just work on that, he could be something. Ricky O'Rourke, 18, very good. I'd say solid contact already. Vision and discipline pretty good. I say a very good fielder at 77, just has a terrible arm. But first base, that's fine. And he's only 18. So I think this is actually not that bad of a pick, really. Doesn't have the power yet, so you got to develop that. I think he's solid. I think it's a very good draft pick. Lionel Kraft, he needs a lot of work pretty much everywhere. Has good reaction. Fielding's okay. Just at the plate, he is not very good. 53 overall, B potential. He is 20, so we'll see. But just have to work on the hitting ability, and then hopefully he can get a little bit better at that. Joe Katimer, he's a B potential, 49 overall. He's got okay speed, but fielding, hitting, just not there. And he is 21, so that's one that's a little concerning. Marlon Gunn, deep potential, 65 overall, starting pitcher, 92 mile an hour, 4-seamer, changeup sinker, and a 2-seamer. Walks per 9 is the highest, so that's always good. As for Cruz, that is not good. Walks per 9 at 26, so he might struggle. But his Ks per 9 good, hits per 9, not too bad. Got good velocity out of the bullpen. Just throw him in Double-A. See what those guys can do. And overall, it's an okay draft. Nothing special. It's not no big deal, but, we weren't really expecting much. I think this class was really bad. I really do. So let's sim out the rest of the series against Miami. And I think we're actually going to get swept. We got swept by Miami. So now we got 3 against Philadelphia, and then the 3 big game set against Chicago. So we win the first game 6-4. Game number 2. 3-3 here in the 8th, and we're going to end up winning 4-3. Thomas is going to be out for 4 weeks. We'll put him on the DL there. And then game number 3, we're up 2-0. Pablo Santana. Was that a complete game shutout? Let's take a look. Blade with a home run. And yeah, it was. Complete game shutout for Pablo Santana, 9-5 for the season. And we come back and we sweep the Phillies. And that's going to put us in a 3-game set here with the Chicago Cubs. And this is a big one. I think right now we have a game, I think we actually have a half-game lead at first place. So we'll see what happens here. Let's get into this game here against the Cubs. And this is huge because the big thing with this series is this is the last time we're going to see him until, I believe, 2 weeks left in the season. So it's not like we have many games left. Just 6 games left with this Cubs team, and it's going to come down to the wire, no doubt about it. So let's get into this game, and here we go. Jack Flaherty on the mound for Chicago, 9-5, with a pretty good whip on this season. He's been solid. And Bo Bichette the last 10 games hitting 400. Andy Rodriguez now up to a 254 average. So let's see what this offense could do. You can see O'Neal Cruz second in the NL in OPS at 972. And this offense is going to be tough to deal with, but Chicago's offense is very, very good too. So here we go. Half-game lead over this Cubs team. Who's going to come out of Chicago in first place? 1-2 pitch. And O'Neal Cruz gets a hold of this one. Deep into center field, and this one's going to be caught. Not as deep as I thought. Maybe just a little bit too high. And caught out there in center field. So 2 away, and here comes Bo Bichette. Yeah, just quietly having a fantastic season. 294, 19 home runs, 71 RBI. It's just, when you're in between guys that are just killing the ball even more, it just makes you look like you're having a not that great of a season. But in reality, he is. As this one's hit into left, that's going to be playable and then caught there and left for the out. So nothing there in the first inning for us. And Bubba Chandler is going to be on the mound. 10-8 on the season. He has struggled a little bit, obviously. You know, this is his first real full season, running out of gas, and you're facing a really good lineup. Vlad Guerrero Jr. was right there in the lead, maybe possibly for, NL MVP. We thought about signing him. Went with Bo Bichette more, but we'll see. Gurriel Jr. hitting over 300, having a pretty good season, and he takes the strike down low. We'll take that call. 0-1 pitch. And that one is blasted into left field. And it's going to get out of here. Home run solo shot here in the first for Gurriel Jr., a guy that knows all about postseason play. And you know what? The way this Cubs, I would say either or. Unless they collapse, we possibly might see this team in a big postseason series. We'll see. And hopefully we just have home field, for those games. As here comes Vladdy Jr. He takes the pitch outside for a ball. But yeah, good start here for Chicago. 3-2 pitch from Chandler, and that one's going to be fouled away. Got to be careful with that one. Do not want to hang pitches to this guy, as he will crush him out of the ballpark. 3-2 once again, down low for ball 4. So a little bit of a shaky start here so far for Bubba Chandler. He's kind of been all over the place, leaving pitches more over the plate. Still just one away. As Christopher Morale coming to the plate. Definitely a guy that has a lot of power. That's for sure. As this one, same thing. Curveball a little bit over the plate. Luckily gets away with it. Gilbert comes away, throws it in there. So 2 away now in this first inning. Hopefully Chandler can just settle down a little bit. Locate some of these pitches. As here comes Danny Jansen to the plate. Jansen, that's going to be up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. So the first inning is going to continue here. And staying there at second base is Vladdy. So, 2 on, 2 down. The Chicago lineup's good. As here comes Ramon Urias, we know all about him. He has killed us in the past. And he's having a solid season once again. 288, 16 home runs, 61 RBI. That's your number 6 hitter in this line. That's crazy. Swings through the curveball. 1-2 pitch. And there you go. Nice changeup from Chandler. Great job there. Strike 3. All right, just sticks at 1. Let's go to the second. Here comes Wyatt Freehan. 31 home runs, 89 RBI, career high. Should be over 100. Unless he gets injured or something. And this one is absolutely ripped. That's going to get down. Fair ball for extra bases for sure. He could just walk into second base. But Wyatt Freehan, hey, we've had a number of years where we haven't had anybody over 100 RBI for the team. And this year alone, I think we might have 3. We'll see. And here comes Mark Tejada. He has been on fire. He is up to 18 home runs. Average has got up now to 260. He is looking really good. He swings through the fastball. They're just tough to lay off of. But man, 18 home runs, close to now, 2 months left really in the season. I'm thinking he's going to hit 30. When I never would have thought that at all, but he probably is going to hit 30 home runs. That is awesome to see. As Brian Hayes is going to fly this one into right field, but it is misplayed. Suzuki can't bring it down. Freehan's going to score. Hayes will slide into second base. And should have been an easy out there and right, but he drops it. We'll absolutely take that. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen that this year. I've obviously seen infield errors. I don't think I've ever seen an outfield error. Wow. That is a big play because a run obviously scores. Here comes Eddie Rodriguez, who, he's up to a 254 average. That average just continues to go up and up. Not going to go up here as he swings through on the knuckle curve for strike 3, but good to see that average continue to rise. Just got to get those extra base hits. Here comes Drew Gilbert. He'll take the pitch inside for a ball. Had to get out of the way. Trying to knock in a run here when Hayes, it should have been an out. Not even a run scored. Trying to take advantage. 1-2. And this one is ripped, and that's going to get down. That's going to be in the gap. Gilbert will score. I mean, Hayes will score Gilbert into second base, and there you go. That is a big, big error by Suzuki, which now is going to lead to 2 runs. Wow. And with Henry Davis at the plate, could be more. And he'll take the pitch out there for a strike on the outside half. But yeah, I mean, that is a massive play here early on in this game. 1-1 pitch to Henry Davis. Left up, and Davis hits this very well. Deep into center field. It's going to get over the head. And that's going to be another run. Gilbert is in. Man, the mistake is going to lead to 3 runs here in this second inning. And we might not be done. Here comes Tamar Johnson. You know what this guy can do. We saw it earlier. And he does it again! Tamar Johnson! 2-run shot. You cannot leave a fastball there against this guy. You can't. You're just asking for trouble. And Flaherty is being roughed up now. 25th home run of the season. Add a couple more runs. And there you go. 5-run inning here, and we take a 5-1 lead. And you can see he's only thrown 6 balls. I mean, it's not like he's been throwing strikes. We've just been hitting them, and look out. Cruz is going to get hit. Takes one on the shoulder, so not that bad. Just, don't want to take many of those high. Be careful. So now Bo Bichette to the plate. We're still not out of the second inning. Bichette's going to swing and miss there on that knuckle curve. So 1-1 pitch now to Bo Bichette as Flaherty is just begging for an out here to get out of this. And he's not going to get it here. That's going to get through for a base hit. So the second inning continues. Now you got 2 on. And here comes Wyatt Freehan to the plate, who ripped a double earlier. So you got to be careful. I mean, maybe you probably pitch around him to get to Tejada, but still, the way Tejada's been hitting the balls of late, I don't know, and that's what this lineup is. I mean, we don't make the move for Jazz Chisholm, and now you can see this lineup is still just, it's outstanding. You can't really pitch around guys. There's not a lot of weak spots here. 3-2 pitch is going to allow the runners to go once again here. And the pitch takes it outside for ball 4. So we're going to have bases loaded. Here comes Mark Tejada to the plate. He has been putting up some crazy power numbers as of late. And man, if he had a grand slam here, that'd be something else. Pitch to Tejada, swing and a miss there. A little anxious, swings for the slider. 4 doubles in his last 9 games. 8 RBI. Really starting to get, comfortable here in the bigs and swing and a miss on that knuckle curve, which right now I'm not seeing the timing right. It's just a little too slow. It seems so slow. 0-2. And there it is. This time timed it up a little good, but it's a ground ball forced out at second base. But hey, still, solid inning. We give Bubba Chandler the lead, and here comes Suzuki, who probably is responsible for most of it, as it is hit well into left field. Rodriguez has got it, and there you go. Thought it might have a chance, but right there in front of the ivy for the out. That's Brennan Davis to the plate, ground ball. Johnson's got it. It's the 1-2-3 second for Bubba Chandler. So nice shutdown inning there after the big top half. And let's go to the third. Eddie Rodriguez to the plate. Fouls away that fastball inside. 0-1 here from Flaherty to Rodriguez. And that one's hit well. Deep into center. That's going to get down. And that is extra bases for Rodriguez. So timed up that slider good. 100 on the exit velo. Rips that to the gap. 9th double of the year for Rodriguez. And here comes Henry Davis to the plate. 2 away here in this third inning. Had a double earlier. And that pitch is up high for a ball. Actually going with more of the breaking stuff here so far is Flaherty. Not throwing many fastballs. 1-0. That's a fastball, but it's hit well in the center field, but it's going to be raced down there for out number 3. So even the outs we've had so far have been loud outs. And we'll go to the 4th inning. Here comes Tamar Johnson with that 2-run shot. Extending the lead up to 5-1. Flaherty already up to 70 pitches here. 2-1 count. And you got to be careful, man. You can't leave pitches over the plate to this guy. See you later. Tamar Johnson, 2nd home run of the game. Man, He is absolutely on fire. 26th home run of the season. Can he hit 40 this year? If he hits 40, it's crazy to think about it because I'd have to see how everybody else really is doing. Haven't looked at the league leaders as of late. But we might have a 3-person race for MVP on our team. You got Johnson, Freehan, and Cruz. I mean, who do you choose? I don't know. As this one hit deep into center field, Gilbert, he should have it at the track, and he's got it there for the out. But yeah, I don't know. Man. Maybe Tamar Johnson has the advantage at the moment with the average. But, I mean, Freehand's hit like 290. And he's got more home runs. I think just about as many RBIs. That one is crushed by Jansen. That one's going to leave the park in a hurry. Man, that was hit very well. 107 exit velo as Jansen gets one back there with the solo shot. And one thing I have noticed as of late, as our pitchers, we have been giving up a lot more home runs. It's just they've all really been solo homers. So we've limited the base runners. It's just we're giving up a lot of home runs as Ramon Urias is going to obviously eat us up here. That's going to probably be multiple bases there for a double. But yeah, I've noticed the last few episodes, you just never know sometimes the way this game plays. It is weird sometimes that you go through stretches, but I've seen a lot more home runs from really both sides. Sometimes you go through stretches, it's like you barely see any home runs at all or extra base hits. So I have to really give it to this game sometimes. It kind of does emulate real baseball. How you kind of go up and down, like ebbs and flows of the season with everything, and it works out. As how that is not a strike, I do not know. But a man on second here for Dansby Swanson, but he's going to hit this ground ball to Cruz over to first base and the out. So just a solo shot. Jansen, just a couple of solo shots for the Cubs. 6-2 leads, though, still for us here in the 5th inning. Here comes Andy Rodriguez to the plate. Takes the pitch down low for a ball. Works it to a 3-1 count with the man on first base. One away here. I wouldn't mind seeing him work a walk. Or just do that. Just absolutely get on top of a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to the gap, and that's going to score a run. So Andy Rodriguez, throw is not in time. He scores, and Rodriguez, couple of doubles in this game, looking pretty good. Henry Davis hit a double early on, scored a run. And that is a hanging breaking ball that you just can't do. And Davis absolutely crushes it. And that's a 9-2 lead. Man, we are killing the ball here. Doesn't matter who you put in. But really, I would say in the big leagues, you leave a pitch like that up to anybody, a hanging breaking ball right over the middle of the plate, it's going to be just demolished. And Henry Davis has the power to do so, and that is gone. But we got a 9-2 lead. And that's Chandler strike 3. And it's, as I was just talking about, the kind of ebbs and flows in this, difficulty. Do play on legend pitching, do Hall of Fame hitting, because if I've tried legend hitting, for me, it gets crazy. I don't know. You can't really do a whole lot. Probably should go to it for sure. But as I was saying, it's not even that, because you've seen the games, even we've simmed a little bit. Simmed a lot in this video, but, we've had 2 games where we've scored 18 runs in sim. So it's not all that. It's just this lineup's great. As that's going to be a ground ball out, we'll let Priester hopefully go the rest of the way. So he might actually get a 4-inning save here. As that's a swing and a miss. Nice job there from Priester. And here's another guy I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with. I like him in the, he's good in the bullpen, long relief right now, making a spot start every now and then. But I think he's good enough to really make the rotation. There's just not a lot of room. So I have been looking at this rotation for next year. No doubt about it, as that's going to be ripped for extra base hits. So I will say right now to everybody, no matter what happens in this season, I know Madden is out. I've talked about it before in the next few weeks it comes out. No matter what happens here in season number 4, if we win a World Series, I'm going for season number 5, no doubt. We'll go another season after this. So I've already been thinking about that. I think of looking at the rotation. It'll be, you got Santana, you got Pablo Lopez, And Glasnow will probably be a part of it. So you got 2 more spots. And right now, Bubba Chandler, Quinn Priester. You got Will Cousins down in the minors. Anthony Solometo. So there's guys I want to definitely see. And that's going to be the September thing I'm thinking about. Definitely bringing up one of those guys. Even though, he might not have a appearance on this team for, postseason-wise. But I just want to see how these guys are. And I want to give some of these guys a shot. I've been thinking about possibly hitters. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Obviously, maybe Matt Frazier's the guy that's going to be brought up. But that'll be next episode for September call-ups. But that possibly we might see a debut of like a guy like Anthony Solometo. We'll see. 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be strike there to Dansby Swanson. But, I want to see some of these other guys we drafted. Cousins just is dominating in AAA. So, do we give him a shot? But Priester, gets the strike out there. I think he has a shot to really make the rotation next year. I really do. It's just this year, just not spaces. Because I don't know if Tyler Mally's going to be part of this team next year. We'll see. But that is a Game 1 victory against the Cubs. 9-3 domination. Tamar Johnson, couple of home runs, and Davis with that absolute bomb. Rodriguez with 2 doubles. And Chandler, good enough. 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 Ks. Quinn Priester comes in, gets a 4-inning save. 5 Ks, just allows the 2 hits. So we take game number 1 of that series. We'll sim through the rest of the series here. Game number 2, we're going to lose 10-4. So Malley got a little bit maybe roughed up, it looks like. Gilbert hit 2 triples. Davis with a double. 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned. Contreras got roughed up, 2/3 of an inning, 4 runs. So let's quick manage this third game. Just in case. Maybe we'll hop in here. We'll see. Well, 3-run shot from Wyatt Freehan. Man, 3-0 lead. And Rodriguez is going to single, RBI single. We got a 4-0 lead here for Pablo Lopez. The way he's been pitching. There's a solo shot once again from Davis. And then a solo shot from Johnson. Back-to-back homers. Man, 6-0 lead. And a little bit of trouble here, but gets out of it. Gilbert with the single. Stealing another base. Single from Hayes. Tejada's going to walk. Davis a single for scores another run. Cruz another run scored. Bo Bichette, 3-run shot. 6-run third. We got a 12-0 lead. Wow. He lets up 3 in the 5th, but still it's 13-4. Johnson with a triple. 2-run shot from Bo Bichette. 2 home runs for him in this game. 15-4. 2-run shot from Nick Madrigal. So that's going to be it for Pablo Lopez. But a 15-6 lead. Lopez does get roughed up, but he's in line for the win when you get 15 runs on the board. And we'll go to the 9th inning. Get anything else there? We will not. Loaizaga finish this one off. And he will with the ground out. 15-6 victory. Man, Bo Bichette, 2 home runs, 5 RBI. Freehan, Davis, and Tamar Johnson had home runs on themselves. 17 hits. Lopez got roughed up, but Loaizaga comes in, cleans it up, and there you go. We take 2 out of 3 from the Cubs. We have now a game lead, and that's pretty much going to do it. So I think next time we're going to get to the month of September, do some September call-ups, see who we want to bring up, really make a decision on one of those pitchers because they are dominating down in AAA. So I want to give somebody a shot and see what they can do. But, man, this is going to be a race to the end with the Cubs. It really is. This is going to be an interesting final month of the season. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more Pirates franchise content. And I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.